Assalamu alaikum and greetings of peace to all of you. Seeing Sister Rana in your smiling position now gives me the perfect segue for the core message I'm here to communicate to you. So when we refer to Hoja Effendi, the master, teacher, and scholar, teachers and scholars are made, exist, to impart their inspiration and teaching and then move away. What is important is what is taught is left as the legacy to be practiced. So my reminder, since the passing of our beloved leader, to all of the wonderful brothers and sisters in the movement is the same that I'm giving to you now. Today we stand here not just as a memorial service, but it's a celebration of a life of inspired living and teaching. And you all are blessed to be part of that movement, to carry that forward. So hang on to the wonderful memories. The tears will come, but I'd love you to have that smile on your face. And I say that from the bottom of my heart to each one of the Hizmet brothers and sisters. This is the occasion for you to celebrate that you have been inspired and now you have the legacy to live on. From the Islamic perspective, we do want to appreciate the saintly characteristics that Imam Fethullah Gülen clearly exhibited for us all to observe and learn from. The basis for his exceptional piety, his wisdom, and his devotion, coming from the high level of taqwa, of piety, the deep sense of fear and reverence for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. From his ihsan, the excellence, the striving for moral heights and spiritual growth. From his ilm, his knowledge, the deep understanding of Islam, the theology, the jurisprudence, and then the connection to putting that into practice. The wara'a, the distance from worldly desires. The focus on the hereafter while relying on the best from the world without getting sucked into it. And lastly, the tawakkul, the reliance solely on the Lord's will and his provisions. So he clearly was destined to be the master teacher that he ended up being. Inspiring and tremendously influencing Muslims around the globe and people of other faiths too, as is witnessed by the lovers of the movement here and around the world who are from other faiths too. Guiding us all to higher standards of human excellence based, as Muslims will recognize, on the prophetic characteristics. The raising of human morals, character, and actions toward the divinely guided threshold of the highest level of excellence, fi ahsani taqweem, created for high standards. Inspiring us in all his teachings, his lectures and actions to excel in virtues while avoiding any wrong. And one of the factors that has already been brought up is his all-encompassing love and goodness and compassion that he exuded, not just in all his lectures and his writings, but particularly in his presence. And I was struck, I was honored to accompany the dear brothers and sisters here from the movement last year to be in his presence. And you could feel that personal attraction, hundreds in the room. And I was privileged to just enter in. And out of respect, I sat down on the ground. And I was just looking down out of respect. And then I realized people were pointing to me. And he was saying, get up and sit on that chair. I did that. And again, I had my head bowed down out of reverence, and then somebody pointed out, and he was pointing to a cup of coffee that was by him. He said, take it. I was embarrassed. Couldn't bring myself to take it, but I took it, and I held it in my hand, and I was looking down. Again, somebody had to point me because he was saying, drink it. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience Because he was doing that to hundreds of people in that room and the millions around the world who have been inspired by him, that there was some personal connection, there was a spiritual exuberance and love and goodness around him. So, I do not want to get into further details because you'll hear from much better equipped folks, and particularly the scholars and lovers of his teachings from the other traditions. But I want to end with that reminder once again, how he inspired this movement with millions of people to act gracefully on all occasions, with affection and with humility. So, my dear brothers and sisters from the Hizmet, that's what I wanted to do. Let the tears come, your heart is softened, but keep that smile going, because that is your commitment to take this legacy forward. Because one of the things that has to happen, and in my suggestions over the last years that I've known of the Hizmet movement, is I have repeatedly said, do not keep these inspirational teachings to yourself. This is not a Turkish gift or gift for the Turkish people. It is a gift for all of humanity, for Muslims around and people around the globe. So keep that smile going, and my dear brothers and sisters, what's the master scholar has left, you indicated a huge void. Allow me to give you a different perspective. It is not a void, it is a tremendously magnetic, inspiring force that he's left, that shall continue to draw millions around the world onto this path of love and goodness and caring and tolerance and wisdom and sharing for all, so that we may all grow together in excellence and in the service of humanity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enter our Imam Fethullah Gülen into the highest annals of paradise, inshallah, and may he inspire ease and prosperity in the minds of those who are feeling the loss, and may he inspire all of us to truly adopt and move forward the wonderful legacy that Imam Fethullah Gülen has left behind. Jazakumullahu khairan.